7:30 seconds. That's the puppy. Hopefully the lock washer will work. It is, so I don't have to worry about dealing with that panhead screw. Flathead, rather. There, okay. Now that's there. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da-da-da. And the ground is there. Now this one, I am going to, do I want to do that? Yeah. What I'm wondering is, I have a negative block here, a ground block. Should I put a power block? But I have a fuse over here, so I'm just going to bring this back down. I didn't want the fuse over here because then I'd have to run wire from places that I wasn't sure about where I was going to run them. And if it was under here, they couldn't get to it if it blew a fuse. So, alright, so let's cut this off. How far up do I need to go? I might be able to save some of this instead of cutting it off there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Take this off here for a minute. And let's give ourselves a little room. There. Take it off right here. Right here. Bingo! Now we saved a piece of wire, about what, 10 inches, with a good end on it. With a good end on it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to do another hole. Another hole? Yes. We're going to have so many holes that you're not going to know what to do with them. Will this be big enough? I don't know. I don't have to worry about a grommet too much because it's fiberglass, so if the wire chafes a little, not a big deal. I'd like to make that a little bit bigger. I wonder if I can get it with this. We'll try. We'll try. There we go. Now I'm going to go under that wire. Hey, Nick. There we go. Now Ray had used these before. He's got a couple of these in his car, if I remember right, or one of his cars. And what I mean by those, I'm talking about that box. So he will be more familiar with this antenna and the frequency may be in the book. What I'm wondering is, should I drill another hole? Should I bring that antenna up through, or is that antenna going to be okay where it is? I mean, as a rule, you're not going to be much more than 3, 4, maybe 10 feet away from this thing. If you're much more than that away from it, you really haven't got any control. you can control it, but you can't stop it physically if you need to. I mean, I've seen people use these and not have a spotter, meaning a person that's close to it, so that if somebody goes to get in front of it, you know, a child that may not know any better, you have somebody there, you know. But I've seen, you know, an operator be 50, 60, 70 feet away. Again, if you have a spotter, that's not bad. But you get used to doing that, and, you know, shit, no, nothing ever happens. That's when it's going to happen. I'm going to bring that wire through. Let's see, right here. Let's put a little hole right here for it. Right here for it. There. And we'll just leave it there. It's not going to hurt anything. It's either going to work better or work the same. Doesn't make a difference at this point. Okay, there. Now, if that's going to be okay, what I'll do is I'll put a little dab of silicone on it so that it won't fall. Which, it's solid core, so I doubt it's going to fall. I was going to say I don't doubt it. Right. Alright, so this is hooked up. Well, it will be in a minute. I got to put a lug on it. And they can still get their hand in through here to pull that plug out to fix the fuse. They're not going to be able to see it, but they're going to be able to get their paws on it. And if they're good enough to operate this thing, hopefully, they'll be good enough to feel a plug and pull the fuse and put another one in without seeing it. Right here. If there's something running, I have no idea what it is. Alright, so now we have this here. I'll show you all this in a minute, guys. I just want to get all this hooked up and locked into place. Try to keep everything neat. Who's that? Hey, Nick, how you doing? Hey, babe. Here's where we are. I have no idea where we are, but here's where we are. This is going to, get this piece off here. This is going to go back down here. This is going to, now I got to lengthen these wires because I put that where, well, this, now see, this has got to go to this. So now I gotta have to lengthen these wires. So I'm gonna have to look for some wire because I don't want to keep the colors the same. So let's put these back through the hole. See, originally I was going to put that piece up higher and not where it is now. But it fits better where it is now. And it's going to be more convenient down the line. Okay. So the black wire is not a problem, and I can even shorten that now, which I will, because I don't want a lot of extra wire. The brown wire, I got to take it and bring it down, so I'm going to need at least the length of this wire to get to the bottom, and then the same length to get over to here. Okay, so let's start by shortening the black wire. Get a few of these things out of the way. And I'm going to put that one right down there. So let's take that right there. I just want to make it, like I say, user-friendly. Kind of the way that I think that it should be, or let's put it this way. It's not going to be identical to the way that I would want it if I were to make it, but it's going to be close. Now, here's one. Is there any other black wires that I got to worry about? Let's trace out a few more of these. Okay, so there's a black one there already. Here's a red and yellow. They're both running with a hot wire. So let's see here. We may be able to put those on the same channel. I'm not positive, however. See, what I had done originally when they wanted this, camera ready, I wanted to at least get the lights to work. So I added 2 switches up here. I made a little bracket and I put 2 switches on it, and I wired a couple of lights to that, so they were able to just stick their hand in there and turn it on and let it be. Alright, so now, let me see. We have, again, I want to make sure I didn't move anything, so we have no shorts going on. We have that, we have this, so we have power here. Okay, okay. Okay, so we got power to there. Now let's take this power and see if I can just use this as a bypass, or as a jumper, so to speak. And see if I can get any of these to work. Which one? Okay, so apparently this one has to be hooked up to the ground. So let's take it. That's the other thing here. What's what? To what? What's what to what? See, that one there should be done. Let's hook this one up anyway. Let's get this here. Okay. Now we can't have those touch anything. Why are they doing that? That should not be doing that. Alright. Get the other red jumper. The other one. The red one. I know I brought them both over here. Do you know what I've done with it? Do you hear what I'm thinking? Okay, let's take this red one. This is not the one I wanted to use, but it'll work. Oh, here it is. It's right in front of me. Fool. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so these are the running lights. This is the red one here is the red and green running lights, port and starboard. The yellow one is what? That shouldn't be anything super heavy because it's a light wire. Okay, that's the strobe. Okay. So let's disconnect this from here so it doesn't short out anywhere. Okay, let's disconnect the black so that doesn't short out anywhere. And that tells me that that one's already done. I can put a lot of these blacks on one stud or one post. Alright, so this one, and this one, and that one. Okay, okay. We're all set here. So now let's see. See, here's the other thing is Ray needs one channel. So that could be a pain in the well, not a pain in the butt, but it could be that one channel that we need for something else. However, we do want the eyes to work. That will make it a little bit more like complete. You know, it's close to being rebuilt from the ground up, but it's not, if you know what I mean. All right, now This wire and this wire cannot be hooked up together over here. These are going to be needing two different wires. Now, if I got to do anything with this one, you see, I got that little split in there, that little opening. Well, I did that because I was checking power. So, seeing that I got to add a wire, instead of putting tape around that, well, you know what? I can probably get rid of a lot of this. I wonder if I should. I don't know what's under there. You know what? Let's see what's under there. I did this, but I don't remember. At the time, I think I did it just so that we can get it down there for them to have for camera. But I didn't want anything to short out, so I just started putting all this crap together like it is. But now that we're separating shit, let's do it right. Now what? Let me turn the switch off. Okay. Well, you know what I was just thinking? The battery. I turned the switch off because of the battery. Remember that light Tom gave me that was they were using for a night driveway type light, and it worked off of solar? And I had to rework the switch to make it work. Well, you know what? I don't really need that light to work off of solar. I'm wondering, should I take the solar, one of the solar panels anyway, and build it into the chimney up here, because it'll probably fit. And then it will trickle. I have to see what the amperage is on it and things, because then as long as it's out sitting, it can be trickle charging the battery at the same time. You got me on that one? Do you hear me on that? Okay, so here's this one. Let's get this out of the way. This one I gotta just put some tape on it. I'm not too concerned about that. Let's unravel these to see how far I can go. This one I'm going to cut, because again, that also has an opening on it. That's how I was able to trace them. I probably had written it down someplace, but, yeah, the but factor. You know, I got all the paperwork done, but where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, little one. Little one. Alright, so this one and this red one are going to get cut right where I opened it up. And I can just add right to there. Okay. Because I don't like to have that opening and all that extra tape if I don't need it. Okay, so that's done and that's done. Now the yellow one worked the strobe. The yellow one worked the strobe. The yellow one worked the strobe. Hi-yo. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be heat shrink. There's another one around here I want to put heat shrink on as well. This is going to go along with a bunch of other ones. So here's a black one. I think that goes to... Oh, does that go to that? Oh, okay. Let's check it. Let's check that little puppy. Because we can hook that up with the servos if we need to. Let's take a little bit more of that wire with me. There. Okay. Now let's take this one apart. Well, from here anyway. We don't need to take it all apart. So now, the blue should be the light. The light. And then the black should be the ground to that light. Here we go, loop-de-loo. I'm a take a red and hook it to the blue. And I don't even know if the bulbs are good, so we're going to have to find out. And let's take the black and hook it to the ground. Hook it right onto that for now. Okay. Now, we turn on the switch. And doesn't seem like they're lighting. What about the other one? No, it doesn't want to light. Why? Why? We got power on you. We got power on you. We got power over here. We got power over there. Alright, let's see. I'll take the bulb out. If I can get my hand in there. Can I get the eye up? No. The eyelid's not going to help. I'm not going to, if I got to change these bulbs, I may just put little LEDs in there or something. Because they won't blow as fast. They'll last a lot longer. Okay, this bulb is working. It's awful dim, but it's working. Okay, so why is it not working? It's a bayonet. Could be just the brackets are shot. You know, the socket. The socket! Now what do I do with the blue wire? There it is. Put you there. Put you here. Okay, now that one, now they're working. Must have been a back connection. Okay. Now I wonder what they're actually working on. Hold on a minute, guys. Let's turn off a few of these lights to see what it's actually doing. I'll show you in a minute, guys. Hold on. Okay, let's turn that one off. Let's turn this one off. Alright, see, I mean, even at night, I don't think, well, even like now, you're really not going to see those bulbs. You're not going to see the light. See, what happens is when this lid goes up, you see the eye? That light will come in to the side. It's not that it's lighting it up from behind or anything. It's lighting it up from the side. And it's such a light glow that you're not going to see it unless it's dark out. I mean, it's kind of a waste, actually. But, well, I don't know. Let me turn the lights back on. Oh, hello, light. Thank you. Hello, light. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See what I mean? As soon as you start getting lights on here, you start to lose it there. And being out in the sunlight, or even on a cloudy day, I don't really think it's going to make much of a difference. So if they're going to want the light, let's see what I have. I mean, I'd like to give it as much as possible, to be honest with you, but I want to try to not go crazy with it. I want to keep it in a way that anybody can change it out. Now if I put the bulbs that I have in there, not everybody's going to be able to do anything. That's an issue. Possibly make that work much better than this other one. But I don't think I can also all that. Alright, what do I have here? See, everything I have in this box is about the same. Well, they're brighter, but I'm going to have to change everything. This is too bright. This will actually heat up the fiberglass. These are like your indoor, yeah, your courtesy lights inside the car. This is a smaller version. Now, if I have the brackets for these, I need two of them. Because these are something you can get at a auto parts or a hardware store. And they're bright. I don't know. I think they're bright. Let's take this and put it to ground. I don't know if it's just a fall through or if it's a, yeah, see, much brighter. However, a lot hotter. That bulb got hot to where I wasn't going to be able to hold on to it for long. That's not going to happen. So if we go brighter, we're going to have to go with LEDs. I can make them a blue-eyed Coastie. What color are these? Let's see, what color do we have here? Let's go to this one. And let's go to this one. Do we want a blue-eyed Coastie? I don't know. What do I think? Not sure. Okay, this servo will bring this up and down. So this light piece stays here. Oh, wait a minute, because they also move. Okay, I forgot that. They go side to side. What servo are they working off from? Oh, this one down here. Oh, okay. What color is that wire? Alright, it's red, black, and blue. Alright. So, here where we go. We got this puppy. Trying to think here. What do I want to do? I guess I can. I guess. See, this isn't going to get real hot either, so I don't have to worry about it. And the wire's right here for it. And I think I have two of them standalone. Let me see what I have here. Standalone, what I mean by that is, this is a control box actually that controls them. And some of them are in bunches of 3. There's another control box. No, yeah, I grabbed the wire and the wire wasn't connected. Smart move, boys. I know. Okay, so we got two. Oh, I didn't think about these. Now wait a minute. You see, they can't use these either because they'd have to physically open it up. But you know what? That may work because once they open it up and turn it on, that's all they need to do. Not so much the lights I'm not talking now, guys. I'm talking just in general. This is all the wiring and connections and everything else in here. Alright, so let's put these, or this one anyway, back in here. I need one more light. So I can take it off of one of these. Oh, wait a minute, we have one right here. Okay. Okay, so I do have it. I don't have to take it off the mount. See, if I had to, I can take it right off the mount here. And just unscrew it. But I don't have to. I'm just going to cut this as soon as I find my cutters. Right there. Ow! Not the finger. Okay. Put that. And these. Let me put these over here. You see, I forget what I have. You know, which sometimes hurts worse than cutting your finger. Alright, this one's stripped, and this one will be in just a second. I want to make sure they're both working before I go nuts with these things. I'm not going to take the other ones out. I'm going to leave them in there. I'm just not going to have them hooked up, because I'm going to use those wires to hook these up, because I think these will probably work a lot better. Okay, now where's the hot? Is this the hot? This is the hot. Let's see what we have here. Okay, this one works too. I'm over here now. I'm sorry. I should hook up to 360. Okay. So that works. Now see, this, I can use a switch to turn them on and off, because they're not going to use these all the time. And they don't need a remote to turn it on and off. And I actually think these will show up better. One is they're blue, matches the water. Now that's where I can put the squirter in the ice. So when you turn on the lights, they're blue, and you can make him look like he's crying. Or she. Yeah. Most of the time, a boat, you call them she. But in this case, I try to just, there. Okay, so they're both on. They're both on. Yeah, they are. And they're also somewhat directional. Yes, they are. Okay. Now I just got a beep beep. Now either the wife went out to check the mail. I got to change that a little bit. Yeah, okay. She did. I don't mind it alerting me. However, apparently she uses the front door more than anybody. Now I don't mind, like I say, but what'll happen is it'll every 5 or 10 minutes it'll keep going beep beep boop, beep beep boop, beep beep boop, beep boop boop, 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 boop. All right, let's see what we can do here. This is just stuck on here. Oh, jeez. I'm glad I took it off. It just came off in my hand with a little persuasion. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Come on, there you go. Well, now you're going to be on the wire too? Now you're going to really break my cayunes? Yeah, you are. Okay. Well, I'm going to cut your ass out of there. Well, I might be able to pull you out. Let's see. No, I don't want to take a chance. Pretty good when you start talking to wire. They're usually right here, but because nothing else is where it usually is, guess what? More are the scissors. Really getting what's the word I'm looking for here, guys? I'm actually starting to feel pretty good because everything is starting to come together. It's a lot of little stuff now, but you know, it's still taking time, but a lot of the troubleshooting is over. You know, so I'm feeling pretty good about that actually. And things are starting to finally come together a little bit. Okay, so now let's take this wire off here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut that one. Again, let me find the cutters. There they are. I'm going to cut that one off. I'm going to cut this one off. Now, they just made out on this trade. Because I'm getting this little piece of shit here, and they're getting a good set of wires. A good weight, rather. Yeah. So I'm losing out on this one. I've been losing out on this one since I've been working on this, so what's the difference? Okay, so now we're going to take this piece off here, and that off of there. I'm going to take this blue one, this blue one, and put those two together, together. And now we're going to take one of these lights, and we're going to take the red side and attach it to these two blue ones. To the blue. Let's wrap that around there. Okay. And now let's take the two black, three black. This two, the two that were in there. Okay, come on. And the other one. And the one that's on the white. What the hell am I dropping now? Paper. In this case, that paper is just as important as anything else. So let's twist these together. Forever. Together. Tom was over here one day, and he was in the van too. Tom owned and still owns the rights to the Shags, which was a garage band here in Connecticut that were actually, they performed all over. They had a manager, and they used to do a lot of opening acts for, you know, the larger groups. And they also got hired out to do, you know, dances and things at the discos. So sometimes he's over here, and if I say something like that, like together, you know, he'll start in. And what he does is he sometimes sounds like I do when I'm not singing, and I haven't sung in many years. Let me see. I'm going to say 67, 68 maybe, 69 possibly. And it was different because I wasn't, well, it was and it wasn't because of the smoking. Not that I was a big smoker back then, but I smoked. But it was just enough to where my voice had changed a little bit. Alright, what I want to do is I'm going to put these, oh, you don't see what I'm doing here. I'm sorry, guys. Let me see if I can get you up here without unplugging you and have you see what the hell I'm doing. Alright, normally I would put the wire through, but these wires are small and I haven't got anything small enough, you know, to actually take these wires in. So I'm going to put them on here using the heat shrink. And I'm going to have one end open on each one, but I'm going to seal that up. This here way I think I'm going to get a better connection when I crimp the wires, because there's a little bit more wire in there for me to crimp with, so I won't be cutting through this whole thing. That's the game plan. And then when I heat shrink it and put some silicone in the other end, I think we'll be okay. Now sometimes I would do this if I needed to use a red or black wire to tap off of, you know, because now I have a hot and a ground. If I needed it, I can just plug into it. But in this case, I'm not going to need it because all the wire is already done and goes down into the next one. So I got to get down in there next. All right, let me heat that up. Let me find my torch. See, these are the ones I was thinking about using. Right here. Now these are super bright and they don't really burn up any juice. I don't know if I can get these to light up in here or not. Oh, I don't have any voltage on them. No. Hold on, let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about. I don't know, did I turn that off? No, it's still on. Okay. Now they're actually a lot brighter. However, they don't use up a whole lot of power. The thing is, they're not going to find these if one blows, and I don't want to be bothered. If those blow, they'll be able to just buy them. They can be bought. You can find them anywhere. These you can find too if you know what you're looking for. What I had done was, when we had the boat, we had a couple of sailboats on the dock. We had quite a few of them. And I was talking to one of the guys one day, and we were talking about power and sail and prices. And, you know, he was a guy that you could talk to. You know, sometimes sailboaters, when you start talking about sailboats, you know, they get really defensive. They are a breed of their own. However, this guy was cool. You know, you were able to talk to him. You know, as long as you talk to him, and you know. Oh, by the way, you know the cost of that jig or that rig there versus what it cost me for my fuel. You know, and then he said, well, yeah, but you kind of like sailboats, and, you know. But anyway, we were talking. I said, well, what do you do about your power? You know, because in his case, he didn't have a generator on board. And he was running an outboard. On a lot of the smaller boats, they do. So he really had no way of generating power.